So hello everyone, very good afternoon to all of you. So guys, in today's session we are going to cover the weekly current affairs from 23rd till 31st of October 2025. Okay, so let's start the session guys. Without wasting any time, let's quickly start it, and we have to cover good number of news. है ना? So we'll be starting with the national news. First news is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission, a blueprint for empowering rural communities. So basically, this scheme has mobilized people in crores out of poverty, right? So first of all, understand what is this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Then we'll see going to see the scheme performance, right? So the purpose is what? The objective of this scheme is to mobilize rural poor household, especially focusing on the women, into the self-help groups, right? They want to and how they're going to do it, how they're going to mobilize them. First of all, they're going to provide them diversified livelihood opportunities. They don't only focus on farm based activities or agriculture, they're also promoting them into non farm activities, self employment also, right? And how they're going to provide them these jobs? So first of all, understand the scheme was basically known as, in 2011 the scheme was 10 it was launched as National Rural Livelihood Mission. In 2016, it was renamed to Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Okay, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. What is a centrally sponsored scheme? In which some part is given by the central government and some part of financial outlay is taken care by the state government. Okay, that is known as centrally sponsored scheme. And then there is central sector scheme. Sector schemes are what? Which is entirely funded by the union government. Okay, now what important thing is the financial outlay or the budgetary allocation, because this is a scheme. This scheme has also got the financial outlay of around 19,000 crore rupees for this particular financial year 25-26. Okay, so for this financial year it has been allocated 19,000 crore rupees. Okay, now let's see the news. So which state has facilitated the maximum bank loan for self-help groups under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana as of June 2025? Now we are going to see the performance of this scheme. Okay, so is it Bihar, UP, Andhra Pradesh or Maharashtra? Please try to answer it guys in the comment box if you know that. Otherwise, we'll see the news first, then we'll see the answer. So as of now, this particular scheme has mobilized 10 crore rural women household into over 90 lakh self-help groups, right? This much amount of women have joined self-help groups. Okay, 10 crore women into 90 lakh self-help groups, right? And this has become the world largest poverty alleviation program because it is covering the entire India, right? Now, in this scheme, which are the top performing states? That is very important. So Bihar, UP and Andhra Pradesh are the leading state in self-help group numbers and women mobilization overall, right? But if we talk only about what? The capitalization support or the money support, so UP and Bihar are at the number 1 and 2 position in terms of capital support. But if we talk about largest bank loans to self-help groups, it is Andhra Pradesh. So our answer becomes what? Question is, which state has facilitated maximum bank loan for self-help group? So it is Andhra Pradesh. Got it? So this paragraph becomes very, very important. Alright, so correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. Maximum loan disbursement for self-help groups under the NRLM program. Okay, chalo. Next is Kerala signs MOU with Education Ministry to join PM Shri School Scheme. What is this PM Shri School Scheme? So basically, again, it is a centrally sponsored scheme, right? And they want to upgrade existing 14,500 existing schools into what? Into exemplar or model school. Model school based on what? Model school based on infrastructure, based on pedagogy. Pedagogy means what? How you teach the students, how you teach the child, because every child is different, right? What is your approach of teaching? Okay, and third is the inclusive practices, how you are engaging them, right? And the total outlay for this particular scheme is 27,360 crore rupees over the next 5 years. Got it? So please remember, and the scheme was launched in the year 2022. So you can see here how I'm connecting the static scheme also, and then we are covering the current aspect, right? Please remember this thing. So existing schools means your existing Kendriya Vidyalayas, your existing Navodaya Vidyalayas, every school are eligible to become a model school under this, right? Chalo. So which state, how much funding does Kerala plan to secure under the PM Shri scheme for school modernization, and why Kerala is joining it right now? The reason here is because right now in Kerala there is not the BJP government, है ना? That's why they are joining it quite late. So Kerala has joined the PM Shri school scheme, and under this they are trying to get secure around 1446 crore rupees, okay, for modernizing the government schools, right? So please remember this thing. I have already told you about the static part of this scheme, है ना? And this is the current aspect. Got it? Chalo. Next is, so 1446 crore rupees. Next is DPIIT, that is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. It has signed MOU with Kotak Mahindra Bank and Primus partners to strengthen India's startup ecosystem. Okay, basically there are two MOUs, है ना? So with which two entities did DPIIT signed MOUs to strengthen India's startup ecosystem? So it is the Kotak Mahindra Bank and partner Primus partner. Now what is the difference in both these MOUs? So DPIIT and Kotak Mahindra is a bank. Okay, so more of a financial support, right? Financial support and non-financial support like opening zero balance account, loans, providing loans, right? And then digital solution they can provide. Then with Primus, it is more of a capacity building and skill development. So capacity building, mentorship program, policy awareness, market access, more of the marketing part and skill development part would be provided by Primus. And the financial and non-financial account related support would be provided by Kotak Mahindra. Okay, and this DPIIT, this comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, right? Now, what is the overall part? One with Kotak Mahindra Bank and second with Primus. Now, what is the objective? The objective is what? To build what? Again, inclusive growth, industry led innovation, and we can say for the overall startup promotion in India, right? So like this you can make your short notes. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt, anyone? Just let me know in the comment box if you have any particular problem, if you have any question. Correct answer is Kotak Mahindra and Primus partners, right? Next is government launched 600 crore Kapas Kranti mission to promote high yield long staple cotton cultivation. Now, let me tell you one basic story. See what happened was, let's say this is India. Just the rough map of India I'm drawing, just for your understanding purpose. See what happened is the majority of the cotton production is based in Maharashtra. Parts of Maharashtra and parts of Telangana and some part of Gujarat. But in India, what happened was before partition, long staple cotton, which is high quality cotton, was mostly based in the Pakistan region. But after partition, the good quality cotton it went into Pakistan. Now in India, we have also long staple cotton, but the quantity is less. Okay. Now we want to promote what high yielding and long staple cotton cultivation. So for promoting this, government has launched 600 crore worth of Kapas Kranti mission. Okay. See, after partition, the many things, many good things went to Pakistan also. For example, for West, it is cotton, and in the East, especially in Bangladesh, jute. Jute cultivation got divided, right? So, what is the primary aim of 600 rupees Kapas Kranti mission? So, basically to promote high yield and long staple cotton cultivation. Okay. So, please remember this again. Which two states? Maharashtra and Telangana. Government of India 600 crore Kapas Kranti mission for development of long staple cotton, in which two target states are Maharashtra and Telangana. And for that also, for getting the best cotton procurement, they've also developed the Kapas Kisan app. Okay, so please remember this thing. It has been developed by Cotton Corporation of India for procurement of cotton at a proper MSP. Now, the MSP for cotton has what is the MSP for cotton? The cotton MSP is 8,000 rupees per quintal. Now, I'm giving you one homework. Please tell me what is the MSP for wheat and rice, or you can mention paddy. This is your homework. You're going to tell me in the comment box, those students who are watching. Cotton MSP is 8,000 rupees, 8,110 rupees per quintal. Got it? Chalo. Next is Niti Aayog and DP World launches We Rise initiative to empower women entrepreneurs. Now, DP World, what it is? It is a UAE based company. Okay. So, what is the primary objective of We Rise initiative launched by Niti Aayog and DP World? Empower women-led MSMEs, provide microfinance to rural women, promote women in sports entrepreneurship, or offer scholarship for women in STEM. So let's see the news in detail and we'll see the answer. So Niti Aayog plus DP World, in bracket you can mention UAE. They have signed they have jointly started what? We Rise. What is We Rise? It is basically for promoting women entrepreneurship, right? Remember this one, that is more than sufficient. Rest you don't have to remember anything. Okay, this is the short note for this particular news. Using this you can solve the MCQs. Okay, chalo. Next is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare revises the guideline for PDMC scheme to foster micro irrigation. Now see, there is one very important scheme known as the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Under this there are four components. One is accelerated irrigation benefit program. Then there is, we have हर खेत को पानी, हर खेत को पानी. Third is per drop more crop. And last one is watershed management. Now this Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana, it is a convergence of basically 2 and 3 ministries. Total 3 ministries are there. Okay. For example, accelerated irrigation benefit and हर खेत को पानी, it is taken care by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Per drop more crop, it is taken by Ministry of Agriculture. And watershed management, it is taken care by Ministry of Rural Development. Okay. Now, to under this per drop more crop, they're focusing on what? Drip irrigation plus sprinklers. So in the diagram you can see here, these are the sprinkler. Okay, right? So what they have done, they have revised certain guidelines here. Now this is the static portion. I have already told you. The scheme was launched in the year 2015. Okay, clear? And the components I have also told you. Please memorize it, by heart it. Okay. So what is the main purpose of revised PDMC scheme guidelines? So it basically to promote efficient water use and raise farmer income, right? Now what are the things they have basically revised? See, earlier what was there was basically funding for such project was capped at 20%. What part? What projects? Basically for sprinkler and drip irrigation. Let's say if you are spending 100 rupees, so out of this you can only spend 20 rupees over this drip irrigation and sprinklers. Now, and 40% was for northeastern and Himalayan states. Now they have removed this limits. Now you can increase more amount also. That is the major changes in the guidelines. So to provide more flexibility to states and union territories. Got it? So that is the main purpose. Okay, and this static part I have already told you about the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Okay, chal. Is it clear, guys? Those who are watching. See, Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana, one of the most important scheme of the agriculture sector. Got it? Chalo. Acha, government has recently launched the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana 2.0 back in December 2021. Okay, it will run till 2026. and for this they have allocated a fund of 93,000 crore rupees. Okay, so please remember this much. And the scheme's present achievement you should also remember, right? That for example, micro irrigation coverage is around 78 lakh hectare. 70 lakh hectare has been covered under the micro irrigation since the launch. Okay, and their target is 1 crore hectare under the Krishi Sinchai Yojana. They want to cover it. Clear? Chalo. Next is Coal India and IIT Madras signed MOU to build a center for sustainable energy. Okay. So what is the main objective of Center for Sustainable Energy established by Coal India Limited and IIT Madras? Acha, first of all, tell me, Coal India Limited, whether it is a Maharatna, Navaratna, what status it has? Can anyone tell me? Coal India Limited, what is the PSU status? Those who are watching, guys, what is the status of Coal India Limited? So it is a Maharatna PSU. Okay. Please read about the Maharatna. How many Maharatna PSUs are there? How many Navaratna PSUs are there? Okay. Chalo. So correct answer is basically develop low carbon technologies and support India's net zero. So Coal India Limited plus IIT Madras, they have signed a MOU to establish what? Center for Sustainable Energy. Where they are going to establish it? Only at IIT Madras, right? And what is the purpose or the objective? To create or to transition India to a low carbon and sustainable energy nation. Why? Because India has set a target to become net zero by the year 2070. That is the target. To fulfill this target, they have they have created a MOU. Okay? Chalo. So CIL plus IIT Madras. Please remember this thing. Next is Ministry of Civil Aviation marks 9th Udan anniversary. Okay, what is Udan? Udan is basically Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. It is a regional connectivity scheme which was launched in the year 2016. Specifically, if I tell you, it is 21st October 2016 this scheme was launched. And under this scheme, the first connectivity or the first location which were connected was in 2017, that was Delhi and Shimla. Now, under this scheme, what was the objective? The objective was basically to enhance regional connectivity. For example, if I want to go to Delhi to Jaipur, earlier there was no flight, but now we have flight. Second thing is to make air travel more affordable. Earlier, the flight cost was back in 2010, 2015. Na, the flight cost was around 10,000, 20,000 rupees. But now, if the distance is less than 1 hour, na, there you get air ticket at subsidized rate. For example, if you go from Delhi to Lucknow, it is a less than 1 hour journey. So you get the tickets back in 2000, even in 1800 rupees sometime. Similarly, from Delhi to Jaipur. Okay. So that is the main purpose, right? Now you should be and how they are funding this thing. So there is a mechanism known as viability gap funding. Okay, where the basically the government is providing financial support to the airline operations over selected routes, right, which are commercially viable. For example, if there are only 2 person who are going from, let's say, Bhopal to Raipur every month, then it is not commercially viable. Okay, at least 100 people should be traveling, right? Chalo. So when was the RC Sudan scheme launched? It was on 21st October 2016. Okay, so here the static part was more important. One fact you have to remember additionally is about Mr. Vipin Kumar, who is the chairperson of the Airport Authority of India. Right? Chalo. Next is Chennai becomes first Indian city to implement a real-time flood forecasting system. Acha guys, do you know that generally in India we have the monsoon month from June to September, right? But during these months, na, Chennai don't have any kind of rainfall. Chennai have rainfall in the month of winters. November, December, na Chennai is drenched with monsoon. Why it is there is no rainfall in between June to September in Chennai? Can anyone tell me? Because the reason here is, see, there are different branches of the southwest monsoon. One branch na basically there is no barriers here, and one arm of the southwest monsoon na, it flows basically parallel to the Chennai coast. That's why there is no obstruction and therefore there is no rainfall during these months. But what happened during the retreating monsoon? The retreating monsoon, na, these winds basically pick moisture from Bay of Bengal and they causes these winds causes rainfall in Chennai during the winter season. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Yeah, retreating monsoon. The reason. Okay, chal. So, which city become India's first to fully implement a real-time flood forecasting and spatial decision support system? So, it is Chennai. Okay, so here just we have to remember this much, right? Chennai, first city to have a real-time flood forecasting system, which was funded by World Bank. Okay, which was funded by World Bank. This is your short note for this particular news. Yes, very good, Kevin. Excellent. Next, India re-elected as vice chairperson of COP10 Bureau at UNESCO in Paris, France. What is the COP10 Bureau? So basically it is an international convention against. This is an international convention against doping, against doping, or you can say misuse of drugs in sports, right? So this was basically started by UNESCO back in 2005. So recently India was re-elected as the vice chairperson. Okay, so please remember this thing. So during the COP10, which country was re-elected as the vice chairperson for the Asia Pacific group? So it is India. All right. First of all, where was this event happening? So event was happening in the UNESCO headquarter, which is in Paris, France. Right. Who has been elected as the vice chairperson? India was elected as the vice chairperson of Asia Pacific group. Right. So please remember this thing. And who was the president or the chairperson of the entire thing? It was Azerbaijan. Right. So these three facts you have to remember. Rest you don't have to remember anything. Clear? Sure. India is the correct answer. Next is Government of India partners with Nigeria to establish first IIT campus in Nigeria. So new IIT Nigeria is going to take place. Okay, it is going to get constructed in Nigeria. Okay, so where is Nigeria? Abuja, Lagos, Suleja, or Kano. These are the cities in Nigeria. So let's see the news. So first IIT sent campus in Nigeria, where it is going to get constructed. It is going to get constructed in Suleja, which is in Niger state. Okay, so two things you have to remember. Okay, basically they are following the IIT Madras and Zanzibar. Zanzibar is basically in Tanzania, right? So on the similar model, IIT campus is opening in Nigeria, right? Please remember. Chalo. So Leisure Niger State is the correct answer. Next is India and UK launch Ramanujam Junior Research Program. Now, who is Ramanujam? Ramanujam was the great mathematician, okay, who basically collaborated with the UK mathematician Mr. G.H. Hardy. All right, and a very important movie is based on Ramanujan's life. The name of the movie is The Man Who Knew Infinity. Okay, please watch this movie. This is a very good movie and which is based on the Ramanujan's life. Okay. So what is the primary objective of Ramanujam Junior Research Program launched by India and UK? So basically the purpose is to support young scientists in theoretical physics and mathematics, right? So you can make your short notes like this: India plus UK Ramanujan Fellowship. What is the purpose? The purpose is to support young Indian scientists in physics and maths. Where? In physics and in mathematics. This is your short note for this particular news. Got it? Chalo. Very good. Very good. Guys, if you have any doubt regarding any news, you can mention in the comment box. I would be happy to explain it. The next is banking, finance, and economy related news. LI Aegis Federal Life partners with CSB Bank for new SME bank assurance. So CSB is what? It is a bank. Aegis is what? It is a insurance company. So they are coming together means this term is known as what? Bank assurance. Okay. So what is the main objective of Aegis Federal Life and CSB Bank Assurance Partnership? To offer life insurance solution to the small and medium enterprises and individual entrepreneurs. Right? So just remember the name of the companies, AGS Federal and CSB Bank, Bank Assurance. Right? Three things you have to remember. That's it. Not else, not much required here. Okay. Chalo. Next is ADB and World Bank signed 3 billion EEA. What is EEA? Exposure Exchange Agreement. And why they have done this? To boost lending for developing nation. Right? Now, what is exposure means? First, understand what is exposure means. Let's say when a development bank like ADB, it lends money to a country. Okay, let's say ADB lends money to Pakistan. Okay. Now, it means that it bears the risk that the country may not repay because we know the condition of Pakistan. Hai na? So, they also know that if you are providing money to Pakistan, giving money to Pakistan, they might not repay. Right? So if many loans are made to the same country, for example, if ADB has given more loans to the Pakistan, then the bank portfolio may become concentrated. For example, let's say ADB around 40% of its loan are given only to Pakistan. It means a lot of risk has been tied up only at one place. Now regulators and the bank itself will require more capital to cover that risk. Then what will happen? Then they are going to exchange their exposure, right? So in EEA, in EEA, what happened is two development banks, they agree to swap, they agree to exchange part of their exposure to different countries. For example, let's say ADB has large exposure in Pakistan. Okay. Then second bank, let's say the second bank is, let's say, World Bank, right? Then what they will do, they will agree that ADB takes some exposure of India and World Bank will take some exposure of Pakistan. Okay. So basically, the actual loan it does not move, but the risk get distributed. That is the main purpose of exposure exchange agreement. Is it clear what is EEA? They're not diversifying or distributing the loans, but they are distributing the risk involved. Okay, is it clear, guys? Yes, no in the comment box. Those who are watching, at least I can get one yes or no, na? Those who are watching, guys. Very good, very good. Thank you, Kevin, for replying. Anna. Chalo. So what is the purpose of $3 billion exposure exchange agreement between ADB and World Bank? So basically what? To increase ADB's lending capacity for developing nation. They can invest more money, right? So you can mention ADB and World Bank. They have basically done, you can mention like this, a exposure exchange agreement worth of $3 billion, right? And the purpose is what? To increase ADB's lending capacity for developing members, right? Chal. Next is SEBI panel led by RS Gandhi proposes higher transaction fee for clearing corporation. Now, what is the purpose of clearing corporation? So in financial market, clearing corporations are very important entities. Why? Because they are responsible for settling trade safely. whatever share you are purchasing or selling, everything, okay, everything is settled by clearing corporations, right? They make sure that whenever you buy or sell shares, both money and shares are correctly exchanged. Now, in order to do this work, they also need money. They also need income. Okay. They also want to become financially strong and independent, right? So what they are doing earlier, what was the problem here? They were earlier getting only 5 to 6% of the total transaction fee. Let's say the share trading has been done worth of 1 crore rupees. So only 5 to 6% of 1 crore was provided to the clearing house. Now RS Gandhi led panel, Mr. RS Gandhi, okay, he has proposed that the clearing corporation must get 25% of transaction fee, okay, for settling this thing. That is the proposement, right? Chalo. Is it clear what is this particular news means? Higher transaction fee for clearing corporation. So first of all, you should understand what is clearing corporation, what are its function, what is the present scenario, how much percentage they are getting. Now, what are the proposed amendment? In a sequential way, na, whenever you learn things, na, then you get to understand the concept. Otherwise, just reading it, remembering random stuff, na, it is not going to help you. Have a very clear picture, have a very clear understanding about the working of these things. See, SEBI is the top, it is managing the entire financial market, the capital market. Capital market, one very important part is the SEBI, which is regulating all the stock exchange of India. The part of stock exchanges, one of the body or one of the entity of a stock exchange is the clearing corporations. Okay, so like this, when you read in a sequential way, you get to understand things in a better clarity. So what is the primary objective of SEBI's proposal to increase transaction charges? To strengthen the financial independence of the clearing corporation. Got it? Chalo. So earlier it was 5 to 6%. Now they have proposed 25%. Who has proposed? The panel headed by RS Gandhi. Okay. So remember this thing. Chalo. Next is Ola Electric launches its first residential BESS Ola Shakti. What is BESS? BESS means battery energy storage system, right? So since Ola has introduced all the e-bikes and e-scooters, so if you have e-scooter, you need some charging mechanism, na? So they are providing these boxes, battery energy storage system, and they have mentioned, they have given this boxes the name Ola Shakti. So what it is entry into the residential battery energy storage system market. Okay. So please remember this thing. Ola Electric has launched Ola Shakti, which is a BESS. BESS means battery energy and storage system. Got it? So please remember this thing, and it is using this lithium ion battery, right? And they're calling this at Bharat Cell, right? Yeah. Next is award related news. Dr. Ashok Kumar, he is a Nilgiri scientist, and he has been named among top 2% scientists for the third consecutive year. So, which Indian scientist from Nilgiris, Tamil Nadu was featured in world top 2% scientist list? So, it is Mr. Ashok Kumar Veeramuthu. Okay, so just remember the name of the person and the award which or the recognition he has got. No need to read about his work, not required for your exam point of view. If you want, you can read it, but it is not required. They are not going to ask questions from here. Next is Global FinTech Awards 2025. Okay, so let's see what all the awards were given in the Global FinTech Fest. First of all, understand where this fest happened in Mumbai. So, which FinTech startup was named FinTech Startup of the Year at Global Financial Award 2025? Paytm, UB, Razorpay, or PhonePe. So, let's see the news. Okay, so the key winners are the FinTech Special FinTech Achievement category. Startup of the Year, FinTech Startup of the Year was UB. Okay. The FinTech Person of the Year from female is Upasna Taku. She is the founder of MobiQuick. And the FinTech Person of the Year male is Mr. Yashish Dahiya. He is the chairman of PB FinTech. So please remember these three names, the UB, Fintech Startup of the Year. Fintech Startup of the Person of the Year female is Upasana Taku from MobiQuick, and Yashish Dahiya Fintech Person of the Year male from PB Fintech. Three things you have to remember. Okay, sure. Next is Indian origin historian Sunil Amrit wins British Academy Book Prize. Okay, so he is Mr. Sunil Amrit, and the Earth Burning, for this book he has won the British Academy Book Prize. Right. So correct answer is Sunil Amrit. Okay, the name of the book is The Burning Earth. So two things you have to remember: the author's name, the book name, and what award he has won, the 2025 British Book Prize. Alright, rest no need to read. Chalo. Next is Neeraj Chopra honored with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. So the Javelin Maestro, Mr. Neeraj Chopra, he is honored with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. Okay, so just remember this thing. Neeraj Chopra has been given the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. Before him, you must have heard of MS Dhoni. He has also been given the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel, and Sachin Tendulkar, he was given the group captain status in the Indian Air Force, right? Please remember this much. Sure. And Mr. Chopra has won Khel Ratna in 2021, Padma Shri in 2022, right? Vishisht Seva Medal and Seva Medal in 2022. Okay, sure. Next is Shanta Rangaswamy elected as first woman president of Indian Cricket Council. Okay, so Indian Cricketers Association. First woman president is Shanta Rangaswamy. All right. Just remember the name of the person, Shanta Rangaswamy, president of ICA, and she is the first woman to head the ICA. Okay, and she was also the first captain of India's women cricket team. Right. Remember the name of the lady, Shanta Rangaswamy. Next, reports and indices. We have already covered this thing in one of the previous session. 391 million hectares of world tropical forest are at high risk of loss as per the UN report. Which report? So, United Nations Environment Program, they have released a report by the name High Risk Forest. So, how much area under the forest is under threat of deforestation? 391 million hectare. Okay. So, the organization is, or the agency who releases this report is UNEP. Title of the report is High Risk Forest. The total area which is under threat is 391 million hectares. Okay, sure. Next, very important report, guys. Very important report. The Global Forest Resource Assessment 2025. Okay, so this report is released by Food and Agricultural Organization. Name of the report is Global Forest Resource Assessment. So, what is the India's global rank in forest cover area? Okay, so basically this ranking, this report ranks the country based upon their forest cover. So India is ranked 9th. So who is the topper? So Russia has the highest area under forest. It is the number 1. Second is Brazil, and third is Canada. Right? So please remember this thing. India was ranked 9th. Now can anyone tell me what is the total area under forest, percentage of total area under forest of India? Can anyone tell me in the comment box? What is the total area under forest percentage? Total area under forest in of India. So it is, if you don't know, let me tell you, it is 21.7%. We have covered this report also. Okay. Chalo. Next is Indian Air Force participated in multinational exercise Ocean Sky in Spain. So defense related exercise, guys. Remember the name of the exercise, Ocean Sky. Venue is very important. Venue was what? Spain. Okay. So Indian Air Force participated in the Operation Ocean Sky. What was the venue? Spain. And which fighter pilot or fighter jet has participated? The Sukhoi 30. Alright. Rest no need to remember. Chalo. Next, Maharashtra Governor Acharya Devrat released the book Modi Mission by Burgess Desai. So who is the author of the book? Modi's Mission. Correct answer is Burgess Desai. So for books and author, remember the name of the book, Modi's Mission, and the author is Burgess Desai. Right. Basically this book talk about Narendra Modi's journey from Gujarat to becoming the Prime Minister of India. Next is Defense Minister Rajnath Singh released Lieutenant General Raj Shukla's book on civil military fusion. So who has written this book? Civil military fusion. Correct answer is Lieutenant General Raj Shukla, retired. So author's name, book name, two things you have to remember. Next, sports related news. India wins the bid to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games. This was informed by the Home Minister Amit Shah. See, India has hosted previously the Commonwealth Game in 2010. What was the venue? Delhi. Right? I also volunteered in this 2010. I was in first year of my college. Yes. At that time, I volunteered in this Commonwealth Games. And this entire Commonwealth, it basically engulfed into a lot of controversies and corruption. So now 2030, which city is going to host the Commonwealth Game? It would be Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Right? So 2030 Commonwealth Game, it is going to happen in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The earlier one held in 2010 in Delhi. Right? Chalo. Achha, India is also trying to to become the host of the 2036 Olympic Games, which is going to happen in Ahmedabad. Now, guys, one homework for you is the next Olympic Games is going to be hosted by which country or countries, I would say. Okay, please try to answer it in the comment box. The next Olympic Games, where it is going to happen. Chalo. Next is Morocco scripted history with 2-0 wins against Argentina in the FIFA Under 20 World Cup final. Okay. So which national team won the FIFA Under 20 World Cup held in Chile? So it is Morocco. So this whatever the event. Event was FIFA Under 20 World Cup 2025. Where it was happening? The venue was Chile. Which country has won? Morocco. Okay, three things you have to remember. Next is Indian Olympic gold medalist Abhinav Bindra has been appointed as the torchbearer for the Winter Olympics 2026, which is going to happen in Milan and Cortina, two places. So who is the torchbearer? Mr. Abhinav Bindra. He is the first. Bindra won India's first individual Olympic gold. When? In the 2008 Beijing Olympics in the 10-meter air pistol, right? Air rifle. And the 2026 Winter Olympic is going to happen where? In Milan and Cortina, which are the cities basically in Italy. Please remember this thing, very important news. Okay, chalo. Next, obituary, very important news, guys. Mr. Piyush Pandey, he was the legendary Indian advertiser. He recently passed away. Okay, so he was known as the voice of Indian advertising, right? So name was Piyush Pandey. Please keep this thing in mind. And his work include, just see the work. Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar. This tagline was given by him, right? Mile sur mera tumhara public campaign was created by Mr. Piyush Pandey. Anti-smoking initiative, everything. The brain behind all these advertisements was Mr. Piyush Pandey. Okay, so legendary Indian advertiser. Please remember this name. And for this, for his work, he was awarded the Padma Shri also. Okay, chalo. Next, one very important person, Padma Bhushan awardee, and also the space scientist Eknath Vasant Chitnis. He also passed away, and he was the guide of our ex-president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Right? So, Mr. Eknath Vasant Chitnis was the Indian space scientist who established INCOSPAR. See, before ISRO, our agency was known as INCOSPAR. Okay, and he also mentored our ex-president and the famous scientist Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, this person passed away at the age of 100 years. So please remember the name Dr. Eknath Vasant Chitnis. He was a space scientist. You can see his contribution. Established the INCOSPAR. Right, he selected Thumba as the rocket launch site. Okay, and he also guided APJ Abdul Kalam. Because of his work, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan in the year 1985. So this person has also passed away. Please remember the name. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no? Chalo. So guys, this was all about the weekly current affairs. Okay, all the important things I have covered in this particular week. I hope you all have enjoyed the session. Please watch the video complete. Okay, don't skip anything. And I'll be uploading the PDF in my Telegram channel, GA by Yash Sir. This is my Telegram channel, guys. Do join it. Okay. And if you have any query, you can send me the message over this particular Telegram channel also. Okay. Chalo. See, it is the timing is generally 3 p.m. Okay, for the weekly current affairs. Okay, the session has already the session plan has already been posted on the YouTube channel. You can scroll na on the live section of Oliveboard YouTube channel. You can find all my classes. All the upcoming classes have also been uh, posted. Got it? Go to the Oliveboard YouTube channel on the live section. Scroll up. Okay, you will find all my classes. Upcoming classes has also been posted. Right? Chalo. See you guys in the next session. Till then, have a great day and Jai Hind everyone.